This is such a great scene here. Synopsis: Cleopatra learns of Antony's marriage to Octavia, and in her fury, beats the messenger who brought the news. This is great here. Cleopatra is going bonkers. Uh, Give me some music. Moody food of us that trade in love. Melancholy. Moody right here. Think of our themes, right? The the overarching kind of rule theme of Antony and Cleopatra. Remember Hamlet's wheel, Macbeth's river of blood. Antony and Cleopatra is like fortune, transmutation, change. Who has the fortune, who has the chance. We have our ultimate themes here too. Melancholy, like Cleopatra's feeling melancholy. Moody food of us that trade in love. She wants to drown her sorrows because Antony's away. The musico. Enter Mardian the eunuch. Cleopatra, let it alone. Let's to billiards. Come, Charmian. This is another thing I mentioned earlier when we were reading these. Cleopatra's engagement with her servants. So they're like her friends, really, right? This is a different engagement. This is another dichotomy between Egypt and Rome. Rome is a lot more formal. Egypt is a lot more playful. Let's go to billiards. Come, Charmian. There's an anachronistic moment too. That means out of the time period, there were no billiards in Egypt at this time. This is Shakespeare putting in a little nod to a game that was really popular at the time, in the 1600s in England, right? But there were no billiards in Egypt. It's a little wink moment from Shakespeare. Come, Charmian. My arm is sore. Best play with Mardian. My arm's sore. As well a woman with an eunuch played as with a woman. Get it? I can't play with she's teasing, right? A eunuch is castrated. Come, you'll play with me, sir. And see how Cleopatra addresses the servants to sir, as well as I can, madam. And when goodwill is shown, thought come too short, the actor may plead pardon. I'll none now. Give me mine angle. We'll play later. Give me my fishing. Let's go fishing. My angle, that's my fishing tackle. Will to the river there, my music playing far off. I will betray tawny finned fishes. I'm trying to get my mind off it. Let's play a game. Bring me food. Let's go fishing. I'm trying to get my mind off Antony. My bended hook shall pierce their slimy jaws, and as I draw them up, I'll think them every one an Antony, and say, aha, you're caught. You're back. 'Twas merry when you wagered on your angling, when your driver did hang a saltfish on the hook, which he with fervency drew up. That time, oh times, I laughed him out of patience that night. She's thinking about Antony here, right? This is a great moment. Cleopatra thinking back on her time with Antony. I laughed him out of patience that night. I laughed him into patience. And next morn, ere the ninth hour, I drunk him to his bed, then put my tires and mantles on him. I like this moment. I put my tires and mantles on him, whilst I wore his sword, Philippine. So, I'm with Antony. We're having a good time, laughing. And there's a moment here where Cleopatra puts her clothes on Antony. So Antony is in drag, cross-dressing here, right? They're just like playing it up. And I wore his sword, right? I took on the masculine role here. Something that would never happen in Rome. Could you imagine Fulvia, Octavia, they're just correct, to think back on these times here. But this is a back to our changeable, mutable moments, transmutation. Antony and Cleopatra with role playing here, but it's also a fun time. This is a great little, 6-line glimpse into their relationship. Here comes the messenger. Uh-oh. Oh, from Italy, ram thou thy fruitful tidings in my ears that long time have been barren. I need news of Antony. Madam, madam. And she's freaking out. Antonio's dead? Is my Antony dead? If thou say so, villain, thou killest thy mistress. But well and free, if thou so yield him, there is gold in here my bluest veins to kiss. A hand that kings have lipped and trembled kissing. Bring me some good news. Cleopatra's playing it up a little bit too. That's one thing she really does wonderfully. First, madam, he is well. Why, there's more gold. But, sirrah, mark we used to say the dead are well. Bring it to that. The gold I give thee will I melt and pour down thy ill-uttering throat. Good madam, hear me. Well, go to, I will. But there's no good, but there's no goodness in that face. You have your face, messenger, looks like you got some bad news to bring. If Antony be free and healthful, so tart a favor. Sour, why do you have that look on your face, that sour expression? To trumpet such good tidings, if not well, thou shouldst come like a fury crowned with snakes, not like a formal man. There we have the snakes here, right? The animals again. Fury crowned with snakes, not like a formal man. Well, to please you, hear me. I have a mind to strike their hair thou speakest. Yet if thou say Antony lives as well, of friends with Caesar, or not captive to him, I'll set thee in a shower of gold and hail rich pearls upon thee. Madam, he's well. Well said. And friends with Caesar. Thou'rt an honest man. Caesar and he are greater friends than ever. Make thee a fortune from me. But yet, madam, right? And we have, this is where we get a little different from other so-called tragedies. If you want to, this is like a tragedy comedy in certain aspects, although not the ultimate outcome. In Hamlet, we have a few moments of levity, lightness. We have the gravedigger at the beginning singing while he digs the grave. In Macbeth, we have, the porter, the devil knocking at my door. We have a bunch of moments of hilarity in here, and I think this is a moment too, this little back and forth between the messenger and Cleopatra. But yet, madam, I do not like but yet. It does allay the good precedents. Fie upon but yet is as a jailer to bring forth some monstrous malefactor. I know there's some bad news coming. Prithee, friend, pour out the pack of matter to mine ear, the good and bad together. He's friends with Caesar. In state of health thou sayest, and thou sayest free. Free, madam? No, I made no such report. He's bound unto Octavia. Dun dun dun. Right? For what good turn? For the best turn in the bed. I am pale. No, I am pale, Charmian. Madam, he's married to Octavia. The most infectious pestilence upon thee. She starts beating the messenger, strikes him down. Good madam, patience. What say you? I don't want to hear this. Hence, horrible villain, or I'll spurn thine eyes. I'll kick your eyes like balls before me. I'll unhair thy head. She hailed. Thou shalt be whipped with wire and stewed in brine, smarting and lingering pickle. She's like, no, she's mad. Gracious madam, I that do bring the news made not the match. What's this old? Don't kill the messenger. I didn't do it. I didn't. I'm just the messenger. Say it is not so. A province I will give thee, and make thy fortunes proud. The blow thou hadst shall make thy peace, removing me to rage, and I will boot thee with what gift beside the modesty can bake. Say it's not true. Just say it's not true here. He's married, madam. Rogue, thou hast lived too long. I'm putting it into you. She draws a knife. Nay, then I'll run. What mean you, madam? I have no fault. I haven't done anything. Good madam, keep yourself within yourself. The man is innocent. He didn't do anything. Some innocence escaped not the thunderbolt. Melt Egypt into the Nile. Remember, always the form, in this play too, these forms are changing. We have melting. Let Roman Tiber melt. Remember that first great speech by Antony. We have, the changing, melt Egypt into Nile, and kindly creatures turn all to serpents. There's the serpents again, the snakes, the asp, the worm. Call the slave again. Though I am mad, I will not bite him. Call. All right. I want to hear more stuff. Call him back. He's afraid to come. I will not hurt him. These hands do lack nobility, what that they strike a meaner than myself, since I myself have given myself the cause. Come hither, sir. So, again, Cleopatra's addressing, though it be honest, it is never good to bring bad news. Give to a gracious message an host of tongues, but let ill tidings tell themselves when they be felt. I have done my duty. Is he married? I cannot hate thee worser than I do if thou again say yes. I want to know what's going on. Tell me everything. He's married, madam. The gods confound thee. Dost thou hold there still? Should I lie, madam? Oh, I would thou didst. So half my Egypt were submerged and made a cistern for scaled snakes. There's again those snakes, right? Oh, if you did. Go get thee hence. Hadst thou Narcissus in thy face, even if you were as handsome, so this is, even if you, messenger, were as handsome as Narcissus, I'd still be mad at you. You would appear most ugly. He is married? I crave your highness pardon. He is married? Take no offense that I would not offend you. To punish me for what you make me do seems much unequal. He's married to Octavia. Oh, that his fault should make a knave of thee, that art not what thou is sure of. Get thee hence, sure of, not easily as wicked as the news you insist on. Get thee hence, the merchandise which thou hast brought from Rome are all too dear for me. Lie they hand upon thy hand, and be undone by them. Good, your highness, patience. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. In praising Antony, I have dispraised Caesar. Many times, madam. I am paid for it now. She's mad. She feels betrayed. Lead me from hence. I faint. O Iris, Charmian, 'tis no matter. Go to the fellow, good Alexis. Bid him report the feature of Octavia. I like this moment here too. What's Octavia look like? Report the feature. What does she look like? I want to know to whom he married. Her years. How old is she? Her inclination. This is great. Her character. What type of character? Let him not leave out the color of her hair. Bring me word quickly. I want to know everything about this Octavia. Let him forever go. Let him not. Charmian, though he be painted one way like a Gorgon, the other way is a Mars. Bid you, Alexis, bring me word how tall she is. Pity me, Charmian, but do not speak to me. Lead me to my chamber. So here we have Cleopatra. She's upset, and there's some history. She's putting it on, but she's really, she really feels she's like, Antony, you married Octavia, right? And she's feeling, and report back to me what she looks like. Both, it's a fine line. It's comedy. It's also, she's upset, right? There's some more Cleopatra in a great scene there.